Welcome inside the lines. I am Greg Sussman. He is Frank Stanfield. Tonight, the Knicks are back at Madison Square Garden hosting the Washington Wizards. And according to the FanDuel Sportsbook, they are a 3-point favorite. The game total sits at 228.5. It's the second night of a back-to-back for the Washington Wizards, but that has not been a problem this season. They're 5-1 against the spread in those games. Tonight, the Knicks are favored. What are they going to have to do to slow down Washington?
Just do what they've been doing, Greg, and that's play defense. They are 9-3 against the spread in their last 12 games, the Knicks are, and that's because of their defense. During that stretch, they are fourth in defensive efficiency, allowing just 105.8 points per game. You're going to need that defense going up against Washington, one of the better offensive teams in the league here, Greg. They are the fifth highest scoring team in the NBA. A trend to watch here for the Knicks. They've been favored in 10 games this season. They're 7-3 straight up and against the spread, so they'll play defense, and they've played well in these spots as a favorite this season.
The Wizards are hot in general. They're in 9th place in the Eastern Conference, just a game and a half or so back of Orlando. We'll see what they can do. It's been their offense that's gotten the job done. In fact, they have gone over their number 10 of their last 14 games, 8 of their last 10. How are the Knicks going to slow them down?
Well, they're going to have to play defense once again. And with the Washington Wizards, they played a very fast pace as well. The Knicks are going to slow down that pace. You know, the Washington Wizards inside the top 5 in pace this year. They don't play a lot of defense, so they allow a lot of opposing teams to score a lot of points. And that's where I'm looking at Elfrid Payton to have a big game tonight. Over his last 6 games specifically, 13.2 points per game, 9.7 assists per game, 7.3 rebounds. Greg, I know that you're a big Elfrid Payton fan. This is going back to the player that he was last year, where he does a little bit of everything. That's what we've seen recently from Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, Elfrid Payton's my guy. We'll see what he can do tonight against Washington. Let's take a break. When we come back, the Utah Jazz are hosting the Miami Heat. We'll tell you all about it next on Inside the Lines.
They say less is more, but we believe more is more. That's why we built FanDuel Sportsbook with more ways to bet, more ways to fund your account, more ways to cash in, and more ways to cash out, with payouts delivered straight to your bank account in as little as 48 hours. You want more? You got it. Join today and get a risk-free bet worth up to $500. FanDuel Sportsbook, more ways to win.
Back inside the lines, Greg Sussman and Frank Stanfield. Tonight, the Jazz are hosting the Miami Heat. They are a 4.5-point favorite at home, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook. The total sits at 216. It is the last game before the All-Star break on the road for the Miami Heat. I know the road trip continues after the All-Star break, but it's their 5th game in a row on the road. I think they're going to be tired here. It's a good spot for Utah, a Utah Jazz team that's been playing well.
Yeah, and I agree with you, Greg. The Miami Heat, 1-3, both straight up and against the spread in their last 4 games. They're in the midst of that road trip, as you mentioned. They don't play as well on the road. They're one of the better teams at home this year, but they're just 12-15-1 against the spread on the road this season are the Miami Heat. And then the Utah Jazz, they've won 3 games in a row, but they haven't necessarily been covering games, Greg. They're just 2-9 against the spread. They've just covered 2 of their last 9 games against the spread. And in terms of the total, we have this total at 216. It's been dropping a little bit throughout the day. The Utah Jazz have played 30 games with a total of 220 or less. And in those games, they're 18-12 to the under. So give me the under in this game. I'm going to go with the trend, the way it's been going all day long. I'm not going to lay the points. I like Utah to win this game. Utah money line and the under tonight for me, Greg.
I'll lay the points because I'm not scared. Utah has covered back-to-back games after not covering 7 in a row. I like Utah tonight. All right, the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers are going at it. One of the best games of the night. The Lakers are a 2.5-point favorite in Denver tonight. The number 1 seed is the number 2 seed out west. The game total, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook, is 220.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets in this spot to win this game outright. Give me the Nuggets money line. They're just playing much better recently. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games with 2 wins against the Utah Jazz. They have 1 against the Rockets, 1 against the Bucks. They're just frankly playing better than the Los Angeles Lakers right now. Give me the Nuggets money line, Greg.
Nuggets are 1-1 as a home dog. They are that tonight. Let's get to our Dollar Holla, our long shot bet here. For me, it's my man, the Dominator, Domantas Sabonis. The Pacers are playing the Bucks tonight. There's no Giannis. Domantas Sabonis is going to have his way, and for the 2nd game in a row, he's going to have a triple-double. You get that at plus 1,400.
I'm going to take Kyle Lowry to score 25-plus points and the Raptors win tonight. Kyle Lowry has been on an absolute tear. You are getting that at plus 500 over at the FanDuel Sportsbook.
The Knicks and Wizards are coming up, but first, it's Knicks game night. For Frank Stanfield, I'm Greg Sussman. Enjoy the game, everybody.